Good afternoon, students. How are you? Let's welcome to another session. My name is B. Revati, working as Biological Science KGBV PTM. Now I am going to discuss about revision 10th class 2021 batch. Okay. In this session, I am going to discuss about 5th lesson biology coordination, the linking system. Sharpening of pencil, opening and closing of doors, working, driving, cycling are the example for physical actions. Okay, every physical action required coordination. Every physical action required coordination. Without coordination, we cannot do any functions. Without coordination, we cannot do any functions. Whenever we want to do anything, there are three basic functions required by body. They are movement, balance and coordination. These are required functions. If we want to stand upright, coordination is necessary. Okay, if we want to stand upright, coordination is necessary. What organs and systems involved in coordination? Alone, one organ or one system cannot perform function. For that, coordination is required between organs and systems. Okay. Alone, one organ or one system cannot perform functions. For that, coordination is required between organs and systems. Example, when we are walking on the road, if there is no coordination between eye, ear, brain, muscles and bones, there may be accidents takes place. So, coordination is required. If we want to hold anything, there should be coordination between muscles and bones, etc. Now we will discuss how coordination happens in an organism. Okay. First we will discuss about stimulus and response. Okay. Stimulus to respond. This topic is very important. Off mark or 1 mark. First, stimuli. A small change in the environment of the organism is called stimuli, or any detectable change in the environment is called stimuli. A small change in our surroundings are called stimuli. Okay. Next, response. What is response? Response is the reaction of a stimulus done by the organism. Response is the reaction of the stimulus done by the organisms. Okay. Response always depend on stimuli. Response always depend on stimuli. A reaction towards to stimuli in the surroundings is called response. What is response? A reaction towards stimuli in the surrounding is called response. For example, when we touch hot object, we withdraw our hands in the situation. Okay. For when we touch hot object, we withdraw our hands. Withdraw our hands is a response. Hot object is a stimuli. Okay. Hot object is stimuli. Withdraw our hands is response. When we step on sharp object, unexpectedly we may withdraw our feet. In this situation, sharp object is a stimuli. Withdrawing our feet is a response. Did you understand what is stimuli? What is response? Okay. Okay. Stimuli is recognized by receptors present in our body. Response shown by muscles. Okay. Stimuli is recognized by receptors present in our body. Response shown by muscles. Okay. For some more examples, stimulus and response. Okay. Teacher enter into the classroom. Student wishing to teacher. Okay. In this situation, teacher enter into the classroom is stimulus. Students wishing to teacher is response. Another examples of stimulus and response is hungry is a stimulus. Eating food is a response. Thirsty is stimulus. Drinking water is a response. Hearing big sound is stimulus. Close the ears, response. Response are classified as voluntary actions, involuntary actions, reflex actions. Okay. Response are classified as voluntary actions, involuntary actions, reflex actions. First, voluntary action. Voluntary actions. Talking, walking, running, eating, controls by cerebrum. Next, these are voluntary actions. Example. Next, nervous cell. For next another topic is, we will discuss about another topic, structure of neuron or nerve cell. Neuron is the structural and functional unit of the nervous system. Neuron is the structural and functional unit of nervous system. Number of nerves in our nervous system is 10 billions. Neuron contains 3 distinct parts. They are cell body or cyton, dendrites, axon. Okay, neuron consists of 3 distinct parts. Neuron consists of 3 distinct parts. They are cell body or cyton, dendrites and axon. First we will discuss about one by one. First, cell body. Cell body has a large nucleus and cytoplasm. Okay, cell body has a large nucleus and cytoplasm. Next, the cytoplasm contains granular structure. The cytoplasm contains granular structures called Nissl granules. Okay, the cytoplasm contains granular structure called Nissl granules. Next, another part is dendrites. Dendrites, there are some projections. There are some projections arised from the cell body are called dendrites. Okay, what is dendrites? There are some projections arised from the cell body are called dendrites. Okay, dendrites are short, branched and more in number. Dendrites are short, branched and more in number. Dendrites are responsible for receiving the information from another neuron. Next one, axon. Axon, lengthy and cylindrical structure which arises from the cell body of neuron is called axon. What is axon? Lengthy and cylindrical structure which arises from the cell body of neuron is called axon. Okay. What longer than remaining projection is called axon. Axon of some nerve cells are covered with myelin sheath. Axon of some nerve cells are covered with myelin sheath. Myelin sheath is interrupted at regular intervals called nodes of Ranvier. Nodes of Ranvier. Axon is responsible for carry out the information from the cell body. Okay. Axon is responsible for carry out the information from the cell body. Axon ends with neuron terminals. Axon ends with nerve terminals. Okay. Next, structure of synapse. Structure of synapse. It is a minute gap, yet information is passed from one neuron to the other through this gap, either in the form of chemical or electrical signal or both. Okay, it is a minute gap, yet information is passed from one neuron to the other through this gap, either in the form of chemical or electrical signal or both. This is synapse. Synapse is the functional region where two neurons connect, transfer the information from one to another. Okay, synapse is the functional region where two neurons connect, transfer the information from one to another. Through synapse, information passes in the form of chemicals. Okay, through synapse, information passes in the form of chemicals or nervous impulse. Okay, synapse happens link between axon and dendrites or dendrites and axon. Okay, synapse happens link between axon and dendrites or dendrites and axon. Synapses are mainly found in the brain, spinal cord and around the spinal cord. Where are located synapses? Synapses are mainly found in the brain, spinal cord and around the spinal cord. Okay, are you understand? Okay, what is the structural and functional unit of the nervous system? What is the structural and functional unit of the nervous system? Neuron. Okay. What number of neurons present in our nervous system? 10 billions. Okay. What number of neurons present in our nervous system? 10 billions. This is important for off mark. Okay. Which is known as functional region between two neurons, synapse. This is also important for off marks. What is synapse? What is synapse? The functional region where two neurons connect and transfer information from one to another. This is called synapse. Okay, what is synapse? The functional region where two neurons connect and transfer information from one to another is called synapse. Okay, are you understand what is synapse? What is structure of neuron? Okay, next another topic is pathways. Another topic is pathways from stimulus to response. From stimulus to response. Detectors or receptors collect the information from surroundings and transfer to sensory neurons, muscles or effectors are responsible for showing response. Okay, detectors or receptors collect the information from surroundings and transfer to sensory neurons, muscles or effectors are responsible for showing response. Okay, there are three types of neurons present in our nervous system based on their functions. There are three types of neurons present in our nervous system based on their functions. They are afferent neurons or sensory neurons. Efferent neurons are motor neurons. Third one is association nerves. Okay. First we will discuss afferent neurons. Afferent neurons, which neurons carry information from sense organs to central nervous system are called as afferent neuron. Okay, which neurons carry information from sensory organs to central nervous system are called as afferent neurons. Okay, the nerves which send messages to central nervous system are called sensory neurons. Okay, these nerves start from sense organs end with the central nervous system. Okay, these nerves start from sense organs and end with the central nervous system. Hey, central nervous system means brain and spinal cord. Central nervous system means brain and spinal cord. Next, another part is afferent nervous system, neurons. Afferent neurons are motor neurons. The nerves which carry information from central nervous system to muscles or effectors are called afferent neurons. Okay, they are also known as motor nerves. They are also known as motor nerves. For the mouth activity, these neurons are important. These neurons destroyed due to polio in children are association nerves which link together the afferent and efferent nerves. These nerves create a simple pathway between central nervous system and muscles of organs. These nervous response are reflex. These response are reflexes. Okay. Next topic is the reflex arc. Next topic we'll discuss about the reflex arc. Not until the end of the 19th century, the reflex was understood in terms of pathways. Okay. Not until the end of the 19th century, the reflex was understood in terms of pathways. The short pathway reflex arc, which is responsible for reflexes, is called reflex arc. Okay, what is reflex arc? The short pathway reflex which is responsible for reflexes is called reflex arc. Okay, what is reflex arc? The short pathway which is responsible for reflexes is called reflex arc. First we have to understand what are reflexes. First Fast, immediate, involuntary actions of our body are called as reflexes. Okay, fast, immediate, voluntary actions of our body are called as reflexes. Okay, the pathway picking of information of a stimulus to generate a response involves a pathway from detectors to brain or spinal cord or a set of nerve cell heads near spinal cord to the effectors. Such a signal pathway going up the spinal cord from detectors and returning to effectors is a reflex arc. If you accidentally touch a very sharp surface with our feet, several such arcs would operate to cause the muscles of the leg to withdraw the feet. Take the example for how reflexes pass in reflex arc. One more example for reflex is when we touch hot object with the draw our hands. Our body can perform voluntary and involuntary functions most action of our body. Action is controlled together by voluntary and involuntary pathways. These actions in our body are controlled by nervous system as a whole. Okay. Nervous transmission from stimulus to a response can occur at a maximum speed of about 100 meters per second. Nerves transmission from stimulus to response. Nerves transmission from stimulus to response occur at a maximum speed of about 100 meters per second. Nerves transmission from stimulus to a response can occur at a maximum speed of about 100 meters per second. Nerves transmission from stimulus to a response can occur at a maximum speed of about 100 meters per second. Nerve system consists of two types. Nerve system consists of two types. One is central nervous system. Second one, peripheral nervous system. First one, central nervous system. Central nervous system consists of brain and spinal cord. What are the components of central nervous system? Brain and spinal cord. Brain. Brain is proportionate to body size. Brain is proportionate to body size. The brain weight approximately 1400 grams in male, 1375 grams, and in female 1275 grams approximate. Brain weight is 2% of our body weight, and it uses 20% of whole body energy. The brain is present in heart, bony box, like the brain is present in hard bony box like structure called cranium. Brain is covered with three layers called the meninges. The brain is covered with three layers called meninges. The meninges are continuous and covered the spinal cord and of as well. Fluid present in the meninges is called cerebrospinal fluid. The fluid is a cerebrospinal fluid. It serves as a shock absorbing medium and protects as the brain against shocks or jerks along with the meaning and cranium. Meninges and cranium. The grey matter present on the periphery of brain, white matter present towards the center of the brain. White matter found by myelin sheath of axon. Grey matter found by non-myelinated axon. The function of the brain as a central was made nearly 2000 years back by Greek physiologist. What is the weight of brain? Approximately 1400 grams. What percent of oxygen is required for the brain? 20%. What is the percent of brain whole body weight? 2%. Next, what is the function of cerebrospinal fluid? What is the function of cerebral spinal fluid? It protects brain from shocks or jerks with the help of meninges and cranium. Okay. Next, brain can brain can divide into three parts. Brain can divide into three parts: forebrain, midbrain, hindbrain. Forebrain divide cerebrum, diencephalon, midbrain, optic lobes, hindbrain, cerebrum, medulla oblongata. Let's study the functions of the various parts of the brain. Forebrain, olfactory lobes. These club-shaped, widely spread bodies are visible from the ventral surface only. Functions. These are connected with sense of smell. Cerebrum. It consists of two lobes called cerebral hemisphere. The surface of the cerebrum has many folds. They appear as elimination, gyri, and depression sulci. Sulci are very prominent and divide each hemisphere into four lobes. Next, cerebrum functions. Site of mental abilities controls thinking, memory, reasoning, process, emotions, and speech. Interprets sensations and responds to cold, heat, pain, and pressure. Next, diencephalon. This rhomboidal shaped lobe visible from the inferior surface of brain. It lies between cerebrum and midbrain. It is divided into thalamus and hypothalamus. Diencephalon functions. Relay center for sensory impulse such as pain, temperature, and light. Reflex center for muscular activities. Center for certain emotions such as anger. Center for water balance, blood pressure, body temperature, sleep, and hunger. The hypothalamus controls the pituitary gland, which functions as the master gland. So we called pituitary gland as a master gland. Next, midbrain. This is a small, thick, stalked portion. This connects forebrain with cerebrum and pons of hindbrain. Next, these functions. It relays motor impulses from the cerebral cortex to the spinal cord and relays sensory impulses from the spinal cord to the thalamus. Reflexes for sight and hearing. Next, hindbrain. Cerebrum. It is located below the cerebrum and above medulla oblongata of two large cerebral hemispheres. These functions maintains posture, equilibrium, and muscular tone. Next, coordinates voluntary movements initiated by cerebrum. Next one, medulla oblongata. It is almost triangular shaped medulla oblongata extends from pons to spinal cord. These functions contains center for cardiac, respiratory, and vasomotor activities. Vasomotor refers to actions upon a blood vessel which alter its diameter. Next, coordinates reflexes like swallowing, coughing, sneezing, and vomiting. Okay. Next, another topic is spinal cord. Spinal cord extends from the back of the hindbrain to back of the stomach or lumbar region through the neural canal of the vertebral column. Next, shape of the spinal cord is cylindrical. Shape of the spinal cord is cylindrical. Spinal cord contains white matter towards periphery, grey matter towards center. Spinal cord contains white matter towards periphery, gray matter towards center. The myelin sheath, myelinated axons leaves the spinal cord from the both sides of the vertebrae column. To know the role of spinal cord nerve system, scientists conducted experiments in 16th and 17th centuries. Greek found brain can control all functions, but it is not true. Animals have the ability to respond stimuli. Even the brain was removed. Leonardo da Vinci and Stephen Hales both recorded the survival of frogs whose brain had been detached. The animals the animals still produce muscular movements. If its skin was pinched, both observed functions of a spinal cord. Okay, next another part is peripheral nervous system. Peripheral nervous system consists of 43 pairs of neurons. 43 pairs of nerves. Out of 43, 31 pairs of spinal nerves, 12 pairs of central nerves. Spinal nerves arrive from spinal cord. Cranial nerves arrive from brain. Spinal cord has two types of connections or roots. One is dorsal root. This is back side. Second, ventral root. Charles Bell in Scotland and Francis McCoy in Frank in 19th century showed that these roots has different functions. If dorsal root of an animal work at the animal made no reaction. If, however, the ventral root were lightly touched the muscles to which nerve was connected, switched violently. Next, ventral root control muscular activity, but does not this did not. In 1822, they suggest that dorsal carry messages of sensation in words, while ventral pathway carried outwards for muscular control contraction. Peripheral nervous system consists of vast number of nerves. Peripheral nervous system consists of vast number of nerves. The PNS can control several involuntary functions like internal organs, blood vessels, smooth and cardiac muscles. So it is called autonomous nervous system. If it has voluntary controls of some Irish of skill, and skeletal muscles, for example, involuntary functions. When we enter into dark room, we cannot see anything immediately. After some time, we can see things with not clear because diameter of the pupil allows more light. When we enter into the light from the dark room, people diameter decrease and allow less light. Both these influence of autonomous nervous system. Okay. Next topic, other chemical coordination. Endocrine glands release chemicals called hormones. Endocrine glands release chemicals called hormones. In 1905, Starling discovered the and named the hormone. The word hormone is a Greek word hormone to impel. Hormone impel. Endocrine glands release hormones. These glands does not have any ducts to carry hormone. The release directly into blood. Example, adrenal gland. For example, adrenal gland. These glands does not produce hormones at a steady rate. When one person is walking on the road, if dog bark at him, he get scared or running away from the place. Scare or afraid happens because of adrenaline. When we afraid, the rate of the adrenaline increase and heartbeat increases, breath rate will be faster. Next, BP increase, we get goosebumps. Okay, skin between. Next, another topic is control mechanism in plants. Another topic is control mechanism in plants. Both plants and animals respond to various stimuli. Both plants and animals respond to various stimuli, but the method of responding to stimuli is not same in plants and animals. Animals respond to stimuli because they have a nervous system and endocrine system. Plant does not have any nervous system and endocrine system. Okay, plants does not have any nervous system and endocrine system. Plants can able to respond towards sunlight, heat, water, touch, pressure, chemicals. Okay, plants can able to respond towards sunlight, heat, water, touch, pressure, chemical, gravity. The hormones present in the plants are called phytohormones. The hormones present in the plants are called phytohormones. What is phytohormones? The hormones present in the plant are called phytohormones. Phytohormones coordinate the activities of plant by responding towards to different stimuli. These phytohormones also known as plant growth substances. Okay, for example of different phytohormones and their uses, different phytohormones and their uses. Phytohormones also known as plant growth substance. For example of different phytohormones and their uses. Hormones uses auxins, cell elongation and differentiation of shoot and roots. Cytokinins promote cell division, promotion of sprouting of lateral lobes, buds, delaying the aging in leaves, opening of stomata. Next, gibberellins, germination of seeds and sprouting of buds, elongation of stems, stimulation of flowering, development of fruit, breaking the dormancy in seeds and buds. Next, obsessic acid, closing of stomata, seed dormancy, promoting aging of leaves. Next, ethylene, ripening of fruit. Okay. Next, what is the use of ethylene? What is the use of ethylene? For the ripening of fruits it helps. Which hormone promote the cell division of plant? Which hormone promote the cell division of plant? Cytokinin. What are the function of cytokinins? Which phytohormone helps in closing of stomata, promoting aging of leaves? Obsessic acid. Okay. Next, another topic is tropic and Gnostic movement in plants. Directional response towards to stimuli in plants are called as tropic movement or tropism. Okay, directional response towards to stimuli in the plants are called as tropic movement or tropism. For example, phototropism, geotropism, hydrotropism. These helps in growth of the plants also. Next, Gnostic movement. Non-directional response towards the stimuli are called Gnostic movement. What is Gnostic movement? Non-directional response towards the stimuli are called Gnostic movement. They help protection of plants. Example, response in carnivorous plants. Next, phototropism. Response towards to sunlight in plants is called phototropism. What is phototropism? Responses towards to sunlight in plants is called phototropism. Next, hydrotropism. Responses in plants towards to water availability is called hydrotropism. What is hydrotropism? Response in plants towards to water availability is called hydrotropism. Example, roots in a plant grows towards to water availability. Next, thigmotropism. Response towards touch in a plant is called thigmotropism. Thigmotropism. Response towards touch in a plant is called thigmotropism. Example, Mimosa pudica and Crepus. Next, geotropism. Growing roots in plants according to gravitational force in a plant is called geotropism. Next, chemotropism. Responses towards the chemicals or sugars in a plant is called chemotropism. What is chemotropism? Responses towards to chemicals or sugars in a plant is called as chemotropism. In plants at the time of reproduction, pollen grains attached to stigma is the best example. Okay, stigma and germinate. In plants at the time of reproduction, pollen grains attached to stigma and germinated. It is the best example for chemotropism.